Hi. So this is the part that we're going to do the actual assembly. I know a lot of you guys are very smart and you jump to the section directly without even watching the post-processing part, which I respect because you guys are experienced modders and I have no say into that. But it's just a disclaimer. If you are doing the same as I did in this video and you still find things are not going or working smoothly as this guy do, then chances are probably I'm begging you to go back to the post-processing part. It's long, it's lengthy, but there are tons of, okay, that's just me sharing my failed experience so that you don't make the same mistake again. And of course, if you just want to directly dive into the experience of assembly and see how it goes, how parts come together, then totally makes sense. Yeah, let's start it. Okay, hardware. First of all, super simple hardware. Let's just go with the optionals. For this, you don't really need that because as I say so many times in other videos, even without the fiber optic, it works, okay? You see through the rear side and then the front side and then the open area, you see your target. And this is elite standard, so what's the point to be super accurate? Okay, yeah, go back to here. The next thing, most important thing is this. This is from Jolt, okay? This is quite soft. Older Jolt may carries a bit more punch up than this, those orange ones. But the new Jolt variants, you know, the one they chip out, so there's no screw on the blaster, there's no O-rings. Well, perfect for this. Okay, I treat Jolt just like how I treat Elite Darts. I make them great again. So yeah. So that's that. Or any spring with the OD outer diameter less than 26 millimeters. So K25, K26 maybe. I don't know if you can have a lot more boost out of this current setting, but feel free to try. Okay, and I do enclose a lot of different size of spacers. Probably I'm going to post it on Thingiverse so everybody is free to have access to that. I'm going to put all the different sizes on the same plate because I don't have time to list each specs. And you know, if you want to try that, you print a bunch. Okay, so that's that. Power spring. Then the screws. The screws right now kind of screw me over because I find it just way too expensive to buy off Amazon and my hardware stores. Canadian Tires, they don't even have this size. Okay, so you need 7 sets of M3. The length is 16 millimeters, 16 to 18 millimeters. If you are using 18, then the only problem you might have is it's gonna be stick out a bit. Really depends because you can do. I designed it. You can screw down this way or this way. Both way works. So if you are right-handed, then it's okay if you have something stick out here, right? Vice versa. But 16 millimeters, bolts and nuts, good. This is not super good. You want to get actually this kind of style. Again, it's hex, but it's different. I forgot how you call this. Hex gun. I don't know. Okay, whatever. But I got this from Amazon because it's like a one-day shipment. But always get this kind of style if you can. So that's N3 bolts and nuts, 7 sets. So yeah, that's 7. Where is the other one? Okay, and small springs. So this one is weaker for the sear to reset. Okay, if you have 2 stronger one, you can just cut a bit by a bit and try if that's okay. To reduce the trigger pull, especially the last travel distance of the trigger pull, this also contribute a bit about the trigger pull. So you can feel free to cut a bit more. But also by doing that, you might facing the risk of losing some FPS, and it's not a lot. We are talking about 2 or 3 FPS from Elite Standard. And if it's stronger spring here, well, not too strong. Just generally a full length of about this. I would say maybe 2 centimeters or 20 millimeters or even less. Right? The free length, I mean, and then it's quite soft, and it's perfect. Don't worry about all the accessories. Don't worry about all the hardware. I'm going to put the link below in the description, and so that you can get it. At least you know what kind of spec it is. But any scavenger hunt from your old blaster, the smaller spring probably will do the job. And so this one is the weak one for the sear. The other one is for the hand. The spring for the hand does 2 things. Reset of the hand. The other thing is to reset the trigger. The trigger carries the whole air compression unit, and then the triggers will be reset after each shot by two forces. The first one is the stronger spring. Thus, it has to be stronger to fight against the sear spring. So stronger for the hand and weaker for the sear. Makes sense. Also, the other factor of the force I didn't mention is the whole mass weight of the air compression unit, because it's in grip and you got the gravity, so it's by design doing this way. Because the stronger the strong hand spring it is, it will add more trigger pull weight on the way for your trigger to pull it and pull the air compression unit against the gravity, and also this spring up. And since you can do trigger reset with maybe a lot of help from the gravity itself, when I say strong, it doesn't have to be too super strong, okay? You just go with the wire diameter, not no larger than 0.4, okay? Right now the best is 0.4, but 0.5 I tried it, too hard. Enough of talking about that. I make myself sound like the hardware is super hard to find. Actually, it doesn't. It's super easy. You can find it in most of the click ballpen, or just do the scavenger hunt for your old obsolete blasters. Okay, so that's just the hardwares. Now let's focus more. Let's begin with this. Let's always begin with the outer shell. Okay, and have your grease ready. We are going to put a lot of grease inside the shell. Okay, so this groove here, the round area here, put some there, is for the triggers to rotate. And also here, that's where the hand goes, here. Okay, and then, oh, don't worry about it, it was brand new. Believe it or not, it was brand new. I used the electric one, so I got this free from my dentist. So that's why I use this right now. And I have been using it for years, so yeah, it looks kind of, yeah. But it was new. I never used it in my mouth, okay? That's what I meant. And here, though by design, your ammo cylinder goes here, but shouldn't be touching with that, but couldn't hurt, just have some. And also here, that's where this guy goes, so here and here. And here. That's where the air nozzle go up and turn to create the air seal. So right now you know why we need a DPU. It's bendable. And all the big surfaces, as for the cylinder shroud goes in grip, goes up and down. Okay, the smoother it is better. Yeah. So, and also here, that's for the plunger rod to be reset here. Yeah, pretty much it. And you do the other same. You do the same here. So which I will skip. Okay, I'm back. It's greased, maybe a bit too much, but I forgot to mention here too. Here is for your sear to go in. Okay, you can see it looks like I used the leverage to ease up the trigger pull. Actually, I don't. If nothing, it's more like a 1-to-1, because I go this way and then I use the end of the trigger to go this, so you don't really save a lot of strength. This is the basic model. I do this because of the ergo. I focus more on the shortened trigger reset or trigger travel distance than lighten the trigger pull. So to have the balance right now, I can say I didn't really utilize leverage to save your trigger pull weight. Okay, if anything, it's almost like a 1-to-1. And for you nerdies, the power stroke, or how much the spring compressed, is about 29 millimeters to 31. So meaning the piston head will be put back around 30 millimeters, and that's it. That's just, I don't know, 6 millimeter more than the Jolt power stroke distance. So I was using the Jolt spring so that I can do a comparison to Jolt, so that I can know if the system is efficient enough. So a lot of you can feel free to try stronger spring, but probably you do have to do something about the cylinder as well, because everything is optimized for the elite standard. Probably you need a tighter fit for this, and also air compression unit. Probably you need to introduce other hardwares, but that's for you to decide and improve. Okay, so go back to this. This one is done. Let's do the hand first. This is the hand. I know you guys will be saying, not durable, right? It will be broken within one shot. Nope. It can withstand thousands of shots because it's a compliant system. The trigger will be pushing this up, and then this side will be touching this a bit up, right? Just a bit, and then it rotates. And then to prevent this cylinder over rotating, we have the stopper to keep that in the desired place. And then also this will go up and then bend and then kind of secure in the back. So everything is secured. Though everything was moving, but actually they interlock together. Yeah, still be easy. Let's go with the strong spring here. Fun fact, I have used up all the springs. Even this one is not the most desired one, but it is what it is right now. I ordered something from Aliexpress already, but the shipping will take a month. So I am still a week away of getting that. So I'll do this first because it works exactly the same. It's just I have to actually try it without knowing. But right now I know what kind of spring can have what kind of result. Okay, and okay, before you put this in, make sure the hand, you don't have elephant foot like me. You can see here, right? So if you do, don't worry about it. Lightly sand it. Lightly. You don't want to sand too much because this will also affect trigger reset, just lightly. So just follow the surface here, just lightly. So again, I'm sanding here. And with 120 grit sanding paper, just go through a few, like less than time, then eight times, right? And that should do it. Definitely put some grease on. And also on here, since the hand is a moving part. So that's why I say here you want to have some grease on here. Okay, so this is a stronger spring, just go it. And then like this, right? You attach, oh, that was kind of fast. You attach the spring here, like so. And then you just put the assembled part here, like so. And then just push that in. Okay, don't force it. There is a right angle. You can just wiggle it and it should be very easy to, if you have to force this part in, then you are doing it wrong. Okay. Then the trigger. To see, before we put other thing on it, let's just see if the trigger can work and reset, okay? So again, put grease on, especially the circle here, right? And then because of the removal of the support, so maybe here a bit. That's it. And then just use your finger, push this back, and then hold it with your fingertip. You don't have to have a nail to do that. Kind of hold it, just for 1 second, just drop this in. Now that's how it engages each other. And then you just press the trigger, okay? And then it's perfectly normal, it stays there. But what is ideal is it stays there, and then just a little bit gentle push, and it's going back like this with force. So again, just a little bit of touch. So this is the ideal situation that you want to be in. But we put this just to test, right? Right now we don't need this in place. Let's move on to the core, okay? Again, somebody got sloppy and didn't clean off the string here. As I told you in another videos, most PLA filaments print rather well. But this one, I don't know why. I have to dry it. It's kind of stringy, but which is good. If this can be done, then you can definitely do better with other better material. So just lightly, gently, grease inside here too, outside. You don't have to put tons, just a little bit, and done. Okay, this is a air compression cylinder. Again, just like every cylinder, PVC, metal, doesn't matter. Tons of grease there. It's good for air seal. It's good for literally everything. Yeah. And then a little bit, the leftover, just outside, so that it helps you to put this inside and remove that. And just so you know, to remove this, if it's too sticky, no worries. The hole here help you to push this out, either with tool or just a fingertip, so that you can push this out. Okay, so air compression units still going in. Get a spacer and get this part. And here, I forgot. Actually, let's do this first. So this is the plunger rod. As I say in another post-processing video, no matter how you print, it should goes together pretty well. If not, flip the small part and try that. Okay, just do this first if it come together well. This is good. And then we're going to apply super glue. So just in a slot here for the part to come together. and then just put it in halfway, and then put some super glue on the other side. And also don't forget to put it on here since they will be joined together. See, all the shiny part that's glued. Okay, that's just put it in like so, and it's good. Yeah. Okay. And then before you do anything, just do this. Right. Make sure right now it's flat, it's sitting flush. If not, you can sand it right now before you put on the super glue, but it's okay. And then this is the impact absorbing pad. And then you can just, there is a rough part that was printed facing up, and then the smooth part that was attached to PEI or your bed. And then just put it on. Make sure it's center. Even it's kind of off center, it's okay. If you are not sure, just quickly sand it. You don't have to, it's just my printer. Okay, okay, so right now it's just putting it here. So my bad, let's do it again. So just glue that together here, and then just leave it. Make sure it's centered and just leave it for now. So right now we're done with super glue, so put it away. Then before it dries, then what we should do, this one here. So let's do the assembly of this. Again, a lot of grease. I will prefer to put more on this actually, because you need a more air seal. Not more air seal, to ensure the air seal here. And by doing this, it's kind of, it may be tricky the first time, so let me get a tool and you definitely have it. So this kind of screwdriver is perfect for this job. So put it in like this, and then just push that. Again, as I say in another video, the outer diameter actually is no smaller than the inner diameter to create the seal. So basically you just, so that's why you use TPU, right? Here, and you can see the red part aligned with the hole, right? And just push up, keep pushing it until you hit the end. And then just make sure everything is, you can put your finger in and see if the edges are in place. If not, you can always use this just to make sure, especially the edges are pushed in all the way. And feel it, yes, it is. And by looking at it, yes, it's done. Don't forget also to grease some. It's for the ease of doing the assembly here, but don't super glue it, otherwise you will regret it. Okay, then what can we do? Oh damn, it's pretty much done. Okay, yeah, that's super easy. Okay, let's just pretend this dry already. So you don't have to super glue this, because again, all the TPU holes, all the holes on TPU, I make it smaller, or at least the same size as the outer shape of this, so that you have a super snug fit. It doesn't go anyway. And you might be saying, oh, if the piston goes this way, will this fall off? No, you always have a constant force of this, remember? So it's putting against each other like so with the spacer. There's no way this will, I don't know where it can go except just stay in place. And this. So if you test it after assembly and you chrono it, and you think, oh, because this one is the larger one, and you think the FPS is actually kind of less than desired, so let's just say you are looking for 70, you only got 60, chances are probably this, okay? I'm going to probably also give you guys different sizes available free on Thingiverse for you to try, but no guarantees when. I already enclosed you the most two sizes that I think is desirable. So one is a smaller, one is larger. The default one is the larger one, which fits most filaments. But for these filaments here, right now I don't know, because this filament, at least today, didn't give me any good result or confidence. So for this filament, because the feeling of the drag, I'm thinking maybe I should swap this and reprint it with the other optional one, the smaller size of this. Yeah. So definitely put some grease on, especially on this side, right? And then see if you have it's not gonna be perfect air seal, but if you can, yeah, it's okay. if for anything, I think I'm gonna try the smaller one because the resistance that is going this way is way too big, way too hard. Yeah, I'll do that later. This is just a tutorial video. Drop this in, this spacer, go in, and it's very important. Right now, this is how you hold it, right? So this is for the sear to go in. So this one facing left right now. So and you hold it like this with the 2 fingers to press the spring down by pressing on the top of the spacer. And then this one, remember the sear facing left. The slot for the sear to go in facing this way, while putting this like so, and slide in. So right now everything is interlocking. Okay, they are locking themselves. So no parts will come loose, and not too much to worry about air seal unless you want to switch to other hardwares. Okay, so this is the core air compression engine. So I'm going to fire it anyway, but I don't recommend because remember the plunger rod, we just super glued it literally 10 minutes ago. So chances are you need more time for that to cure and reach to the strongest strength. But you may be thinking, oh, it's gonna be broken. I never broke this. After thousands of shots, I also tried something with 80 to 90 FPS, stronger spring, thicker spacers. After all that, nothing was giving up. What is giving up? My 2 fingers. Yeah. So, and then you push this in. There is a slot here, and there is a, you see? So you put them together accordingly, like this, because this has to be going in the right way, otherwise the geometry will be off, and you don't want that because the shape of this TPU, it create a constant force of remaining the shape this way, right? So that's why it also help to detach itself after having this air seal or kiss with the end, the bottom of the cylinder. You want it to detach by itself, right? You don't want to apply any other spring or mechanism just to let this detach from the end of that. That's why I created this. So it always tend to go back to its original position. That's why even when it bends, you have a force going back, right? Again, doesn't matter to you if you are going to have your own hardware. This is just my experiment. Okay. So basically, that's assembled, right? And then you just make sure you push this all the way in, right? I should have print with a different color. Oh yeah, I got it. Damn it. Here. Okay. This one I'm still doing experiment with that, so it's not released yet. But I'll let you know if it got a better result. I'm working on other pistol project already, which is so different from this one. So I don't know. Let's see. So make sure at least it's like this, right? Then you know you have that reached. They have the jointed together nicely. So like that. And it's kind of hard to see if you have put stuff all the way in. So check this. If it's this, then you already push this in correctly. Okay, so let's just put this in like so, and push that with one finger, and hold it with another finger's tip, and just hold it so that it doesn't go back, and then just quickly place this in, right? And then without screw down everything, you just see if it goes back nicely. If not, you have some cleaning to do, like what we stated in the post-processing video. This one is okay. It goes down by itself. Just by lightly just touch it. And if it goes back snappy, then it's okay. Now, our last step. Actually, I'm going to change this to the red one. Because that one I haven't tested. Okay. And this one go together. Let's do it again. Put it in. Yeah. Okay, and then this is the sear. Make sure there's no 11 foot. You shouldn't have, because I already made the right angle on it. For most of the part, actually. but couldn't hurt if you try, and then just push this in. It's like doing a kid's puzzle, super easy. Every parts you can pretty much tell goes to where. Okay, and just okay, seems working. See, it's important when you let go the trigger, it has to be able to reset by itself, like this. If it's kind of sticky, after assemble, if everything works okay, but when you are doing trigger reset and it is stuck here, that just means you have too strong of the weak spring for the sear. So then you can cut maybe 2 coils off and see how it goes. 2 coils at a time. Or either you can have an even stronger hand spring here, so that you got a more snappy action when doing the trigger reset. So it's all about the balance between the 2 spring here. So stronger, weaker, right? Where it is. Okay, now, and to open it, without worrying about all the internals explode, then you just lightly, gently push your finger weight here, and then just take it out. And that's it. You see all the stuff here, and then just push this in. Just couldn't hurt to grease it, especially here, since this is in contact with the shell. You just put it in. See, yeah, it rotates well, and drop it in like this. Make sure the spring goes bad, like so. The spring will always want to come out, so just push that in. Have the spring behave himself, and then just, and voila, almost done. The rest is just to do this, right? This is 3 parts. Oh, come on. Just okay. So that the right rear side goes in here. You can go in with an angle. You can see I have angle here. You can go in directly or with some angle. And when you are putting parts together, when this is in place, sometimes you feel resistance. It's just because, see, I'm pushing that against each other. So just have that here, right? And then you just press that in gently. If you find yourself have to push this really hard, don't push that. Stop and lightly sand here and here. You will actually know where to sand when you have this in hand. And then before I put another part in, just make sure the nozzle is in this position, is in the groove here, right? And then put this. This is the stopper of the rotation. Just drop in the slot here, all the way back here. Okay, just drop it in. Oh, I forgot. Grease on the bottom of the stopper, and then just push that in, and that's it, right? And then don't forget the decal. Just push that in here, like so, right? Only half in, right? And then you just connect everything together. You'll get easier and easier after a few times of disassembly, because right now just they are freshly printed, and I didn't even apply. Oh yeah, I forgot to apply grease on it. But yeah, let me just take it off and then put some grease. Now it's just hard to get it off. Yeah, my bad. The part off. Just don't use force, okay? And gently lift up, and always remember to grease. And also here and here. Any joints, any moving parts that will contact the internals, grease, right? And then yeah, that's easier, smoother. Yeah. Okay, it's done. Before we screw down everything, just kind of keep it in place, and see the first half of a trigger pull. We'll turn this, and then shut. So the cylinder always rotate first before shut. Okay. Now sounds good. There's a screw here, so right now we don't put the front piece on. Okay. And then this is the most boring part. You can drop in the screws from this side or the other side. It goes both ways. And then the rest is just the screws and bolts, right? I'm going to face forward here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the blaster itself, and then the rear side assembly 1 here. All the holes were designed for me to examine how parts work together. But I just figured, hey, I just code in lab version, because from the hole I can see how this going in and how the air seal created, and you know, all the holes. And this is the slot just for the swappable, replaceable front piece. And this is just me being cheap, try to save the print time and materials. Sorry about that, guys. Here it's just screws, right? And here, yeah, just see how the triggers goes, and also give you some excellent comparison in terms of color. And here definitely see how the trigger engage with the shroud, the core engine. And then of course here, just to see how different travel power stroke difference, power stroke length works, right? And I can actually visually measure and visually see how the sear engage the plunger rod, and also how the whole system go back. Reset. So it's done. Just I'm not going to screw down everything for you. You know how it goes. For this, uh, depends on your printer. Sometimes you may think a crack here. To be honest, you can likely send the, the stopper to make it slimmer so that you don't have the seam. But if this is your first trigger pistol, I would just leave the crack and then focus more on the tension of the screw here. You just screw that with and connect with the bolts and make sure the rear part at least is more tightly coming together before you send everything. Okay, in my model, actually, it should not have the crack, but from filament to filament, I'm gonna see this. So basically, my goal was to design everything within 20 parts, and I failed. Right now, it's 21 parts, but which is okay because otherwise, I'll be doing maybe 3 parts here. So one left, one right, and then you have middle parts or top parts come together and clamp down without the need of the screws. But that is just extra trouble for me right now. I'm not. If I'm going to do this to have a V2, maybe I'll do something very dramatic changes. So I'll leave it as is right now. And this kind of module, you can see the slot here. So definitely you can put some shroud on to make it look different. I'm making Blade Runner pistol. So imagine this, right? I also have some cute stuff. I'm in development. I just don't have time right now. I usually only take me a few days. So I will release that, and I think most people will think it's goofy, but also kind of cute. But anyways, it is what it is. Just imagine you bolt down everything and you put the front pieces like this, and then just press it together. The first few times, it's gonna be scary, tight, but just after a few times of removing this, it's gonna be easy peasy. Okay, couldn't hurt if you also put some grease on just to ease up everything. Yeah. So yeah, let me know. See, I even didn't put any screw or bolt in. It's working. Yeah. Thank you.